Hi, friends, and welcome to our final stream challenge of the summer. We are done with our stream challenges after this week. So, for our last one, I thought I'd revisit one that we've done as a Steam Saturday in the past, and it's about liquid density. And when we talk about density, the fancy way of saying density is equal to mass divided by volume. So there is a mass to volume ratio. And what mass is the amount of matter that's in a material. How much stuff is packed in there, the atoms are packed in there, or molecules are packed in there. That's what that mass is within a material. And when the volume stays the same, like uh, let's say I'm going to do this cup here, which we're going to use for today's thing. If this milk amount, which is the volume, stays the same, but we put more materials into it, packing it nice and dense like a solid almost, that makes it denser than if it did not have as many. So we're going to explore this concept of density today using liquids. And I'm going to use some liquids that we have in our households to try this out. Now you can color your liquids if you want to make a rainbow, but we are going to use, I'm using an A&W root beer mug that we have in the house, a nice tall mug. I've put some milk in it already. So you put milk in the bottom to start it off. I've helped you out a little bit. We have milk. We also have dish detergent, water, and oil, which is this is pure canola cooking oil. I'm not using my olive oil. I'm saving that for cooking dinner tonight. So we have our olive oil as well. Now, when you look at these three liquids, which one do you think has the most stuff packed into it? Is it this slow moving dish detergent? How about water and how water moves? Look at it and observe it. How does water move? And then we've got milk. How does that move? And you notice it sticks up to the sides a little bit. And then we've got our oil and how our oil moves. Look at those things and look at those four liquids and think to yourself, which one? Miss Heather already let the cat out of the bag because she started her milk in the cup. So you know that the milk is the densest. But what one would we stack on next? And the one after that. And the one after that. I'm going to give you a moment to think about that. And then I'm going to show you how to stack your liquids. Now you can pause this video if you want to. Pause this video and try your hypothesis out before you go on to how I'm going to show you how to actually build your stack of liquids. Now, when you're doing it, I use a spoon along the side to help make it go down a little softer so it's not splashing in, because if you splash and force things in, things are going to mix up. So you want to slowly pour your liquids in to your cup. So putting it along the side, some people use straws to put their liquids in. You can do that as well if you've got some straws, maybe a metal straw at home, or if you have plastic straws too. You can drip your liquids in that way to keep it from splashing and mixing together. Figure that out. That's part of that scientific process we've talked about this summer, where trial and error is how we learn things. So try that out, and then I'm going to show you how to stack these liquids. So if you had this order, you were correct. We have our milk, our dish detergent, our water, and our oil. Now, friends, before we start, remember to have something like maybe a paper towel nearby in case of spills. So we are going to start with our soap. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to drip it along my spoon. Oh, Miss Heather's going to have to buy some more liquid soap for her house, I think, today. And if you notice, it's spreading out across the top of that milk. It's sitting on top. Oop, I did not mean to flick that. All right. I think I've got a good line there. I might have enough to keep my dishes going for another day. We'll see. Might have to end up at the grocery store today. So if you notice, and I'm going to bring it up to the camera here, we have a line. It's our dish detergent sitting there. All right, Miss Heather's going to use a little bit of paper towel just to wipe off that soap. The next densest liquid is going to be our water, and water is going to be a tricky one because we don't want, I'm using a Pyrex cup. We don't want to mix because what does water and soap do? They make suds. So we want to be careful and try not to make suds. I may have mixed it up. Oh, it came down just a little bit. Oof, that's what happens when you pour a little too fast, Miss Heather. So I have a little bit of milk mixed in, which kind of stinks, but because now I've got a white line on top of my soap. And again, this is just Miss Heather accidentally setting things out. Now, if we left this to settle, it would settle out eventually. And then we have our oil. And there's our oil sitting on top. And I'm going to show you. My lines are not as defined as I would like them to be, but you can see that oil sitting right on top. This is my water mixed in with my milk because it accidentally sloshed down my soap. So you can create a rainbow. You could add some color to your water or to your oil as well. And that is the stream challenge for this week. If you don't have these kinds of liquids, or maybe you could find some other liquids with mom or dad to try out and see what their densities are and how you can stack them. Try it. See, do that scientific experimentation. Gotta try things out to learn about them. Also, a thought to think about, and I think about this whenever I do something like this where we do oil and water. We hear about oil spills on the ocean and how we have to clean them up. And if you think about it, next time you'll see that density difference because the oil sits on top of the water, which is very dangerous for sea life, which is why it's very important when we have an oil spill to clean it up as fast as possible, and why so many seabirds are injured and sick and killed by it is because of that layer that sits on top of the water, and they get into it and it ends up causing them to be unable to fly. A thought for our environment today. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful time, and keep your eyes peeled for all the stuff that's going to be happening this fall through the online programming the library is going to be offering. Have a great day.